that this bill will not make our state safer.
Never one to back down from a challenge on the floor of the state Senate, Hopkinton Democrat Becky Whitley is now exploring a run for Congress after Representative Annie Kuster decided not to seek re-election.
I think folks see this seat as an incredibly important one. There has been a long history in New Hampshire of strong women leaders, and Annie was one of those trailblazers. And so I think folks were really looking to continue that tradition.
Whitley started as a freshman senator during the pandemic in 2020. On the Judiciary Committee, she's been on the political front lines of recent battles over abortion rights.
When women have the opportunity to determine the course of their own future, the economic opportunities are immense.
While Whitley is used to leading on state issues, if she turns her attention to Washington, she'll be seeking to join a Congress increasingly focused abroad.
If you become a candidate, are you going to call for ceasefire now in Gaza?
Thank you for that question. I think this is an issue that Democrats are really talking about now, and I think that is something that an issue that I will be exploring with folks as we explore this run. I think that's something people feel really strongly about, and I'm listening.
Whitley says she'll make a decision about a formal campaign in the coming weeks. She could be part of a crowded field, but tells us if she runs, she'll be the candidate who can relate.
I'm a working mother. I know what it's like right now to try to raise a family, have a career, pay the bills. That's real. And that experience I've brought to the Senate, and that's something I think that people have seen in me in thinking through a potential run for Congress.
In Concord, Adam Sexton, WMUR News 9.